Hey guys, we're back working on the 1953 Ford F100. In the last video, we made this patch panel for the driver's side front floor. We need to get it installed here. Follow along, we'll see what kind of success we can have here. Thanks for watching. Well guys, we're kind of held in there. Is it absolutely perfect? No. Is it close enough? Absolutely. I haven't cut the piece off in behind. I just have this front piece kind of held in loosely. Front seems to be lining up not too bad. Maybe a little bit more massaging around this body mount. That's not the end of the world. We're a little long here at this radius, but that's fine. Maybe back a little bit far with this bead. But again, if I'm replacing this, who cares whether these two line up? It's whatever I put in here has to match this. And likewise, the piece that goes in down here. Matter of fact, I may end up doing this all. That's kind of a waste. We'll do it in two pieces. Next step though is we got to cut the rotten floor out of here, and then we can start laying this patch panel in and see how it's going to look. Ooh, this is going easier than I thought it was going to. But here's what it looks like on the inside. I think we are definitely sitting like this. We're not real straight, but you know what? I don't really care. It's all going to get covered up anyways. So if it's off a little bit, it's not the end of the world. What we're looking for is a good solid floor pan, and I don't know, it's just clipped in there with some vice grips and it feels pretty solid to me. But I do have a neat little idea out on the back side here that might make things interesting. We are a little bit further back than I originally figured we were going to be, all the way along, but a bunch of this lip is not in the best of shape. So what I think I might do is make up a like a T-Dolly out of that 1/2 inch that we use to make the shrinking fork, and we'll just kind of go along this edge and kind of put a radius in it all the way along there. Follows this edge, and that will bring us around the lip, and that'll get rid of a bunch of that stuff. This upright, some of it's not bad, some of it's not good. Along the top, a bunch of that is going to have to get changed. You probably saw all the sparkles when we were inside, where the light's shining through. All that's going to have to get replaced. But by going around this first corner, I think that is going to make things even easier for us. Okay, let me make up a T-Dolly here, and we'll get that lip tapped in, and we'll see what this is going to be like. It's coming together. I wish this was just up a little bit more. Although, you know, it doesn't look bad on this side. Certainly looks like it's sitting that way when you're inside the truck. Well, let's get this radius on here. There we go, guys. That appears to be a decent T-Dolly. I made up 2 of them while I was at it, and I think that's going to work for us. Still a little on the toasty warm side. I also made up a couple of shorter pieces that I can make up a couple more. I do have another chunk of steel, but we'll start with this size, and we'll see how it's going to be. Let me put you guys on a stand. We'll do a little tappy tap on that panel, and we'll see how it's going to behave. Not absolutely perfect, but very close. I think we can massage that around Just enough to get it to lay where it needs to lay. Up at the front, I think we're close enough. Maybe this will need just a little bit more tappy, a little bit more tapping just to get it to lay down a bit better. But most of this looks really good. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to start grinding just at the edge. We've got to do basically the cut and butt thing happening here. And so I'll take the paint back on the edge, take the paint back on the lip here, because we're going to fire up the spot welder, and we'll spot weld that in place. And we'll have to do the butt, no cutting necessary, up here at the top. Let me get that all sanded down so that we've got some decent metal to work with, and I'll bring you guys back when I got that finished. Well guys, I think we are ready to start tacking things in place. We're held out a little bit at this back corner because this bead just needs a little bit of adjustment. That shouldn't be a big deal. I think where we're going to start though is we're going to do some tack welds here at the front, get that attached to our patch that goes up into the firewall. For that, we're going to give this spot welder a try. I picked this up a few years ago. I've used it a little bit. Generally, it works pretty well. Let's see if it's going to work on this 1953 Ford cab. I'm going to put you guys on a stand and hopefully get you in a position where you can see what I'm doing, and we'll start nailing things down here. We are having a little bit of trouble with this, and what's getting us is this angle on this flange is just not quite the most convenient to get in there with a grinder and clean off the paint. So the paint is isolating us, and the spots where I was able to get bare metal on this side does a good job of spot welding. So I am going to have to take, I've got a grinder with a wire rope, wire wheel on it. I'm going to get in here and see if I can clean up a little bit more of this paint, get us down to bare metal. I'll bring you guys back and we'll do some more spot welding. Well guys, I think that turned out really well. There's a little stretch in here that I couldn't spot weld because I got body filler on the backside. When I go to do some more body filler, maybe I'll grind that off and we can put a couple spots in it. Not a big deal, but I think where we need to aim with this next is starting to get the rest of this tacked in place. This top, it's got a little bit of a bow to it, but we'll have to get that lined up. We'll get the rocker panel and the floor panel lined up together. We'll throw a few spot welds. This radius that we've got back here looks like it's going to lay in pretty good, and we'll throw a few spot welds in along the bottom. We got one of four sides already nailed down. Let's see what we can do about getting some more tacked in place. Again, I don't think I'm going to do any recording of this. I'll bring you back when I got it tacked down, show you where we ended up. But I don't really want to damage my camera with weld splatter, because this is the only camera we've got right now. Okay, let me get some tack welds thrown on this and I'll bring you guys back and show you where we get to. We are tacked in here fairly decent. I've got the top, for the most part, is lined up not too bad. Might need a little bit of fine tuning with a hammer. Probably the best bet is to roll the cab back down in place so that we can do that before we final weld, because ultimately the floor is going to be the most obvious part of this repair. So we want that lip to be good. Down the back, we're just kind of tacked in place, and across the bottom, we are just tacked in place. Still got a little bit of adjustment we'll have to do here at this bead, trying to get things to lay in there better. But basically, we are pretty much ready to do the cut and butt. And the way that works is you cut into it at about a 45-degree angle. It creates a we'll call it a lap joint, instead of creating a butt joint with like a almost 1/16 of an inch gap, and it makes it much easier to spot weld across. I think we're going to cut up just a little bit, maybe a 1/4 inch above where these welds are. Cut a 1/4 inch off of the floor patch, We don't want to get too carried away because I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there are some holes here that'll have to get buzzed up. The floor pan that was here was not in the best of shape, so we don't want to use any of it that we don't absolutely have to. Usually it's the other way around. Usually you want to use most of the original and the least amount of the patch. Again, I'm not going to record the welding because that is a good way to get a camera trashed, and I don't have another one. So I will continue on with this little project and bring you guys back when we have some update to show. Well guys, an hour of messing around here with the welder, and I'm pretty happy with how it's coming together. Obviously a whole bunch of grinding, and there's still going to be a whole bunch of pinholes in there that I'll have to fill, but it is coming together very nice. I found a trick that seems to work pretty good for spot welding the edges of the metal. Got a piece of copper pipe with the end pounded flat, and I just clamp that in there with the vice grips and weld against that. Acts as a little bit of a heat sink, takes some of the heat so you don't blow out as easily. Plus I've got the welder turned down, and if there is just a little bit of a gap, it helps you fill it in and the weld doesn't stick to the copper. Very useful little trick. Well, I'm going to take a grinder and clean some of that up, and we'll see how it turns out. Obviously here back we're not welded because we've still got that piece to put in, and likewise at the back here I just got it tacked in place because we've still got to replace the top of this this main reinforcing channel. Good progress. I'm liking it. Well guys, we are making some decent progress here. We got this part stuck down, ground down most of the way. Doesn't look too bad. The inside's even most of the way ground up. A few pinholes that I've had to go back and fix, but I think I've got most of them nailed down. We've still got this to get fixed, and this is where I'm going to head next. But I don't think I'm going to bother recording that. I will bring you guys back when I've got that piece added in. Well guys, some progress has been made. I've got all those patches roughed in for the front half of the floor. We got both tool boards are pretty much in. A little bit more finish up to do down here. Patches around the battery box, across the back of the transmission access hole, and of course the driver's side floorboard is pretty much welded in. Probably 3 or 4 more hours of cleaning up and welding any pinholes, that kind of thing. Still has to be done here, and then of course we'll put some fiber fill on the welds to seal them up. But I am really happy with how things are coming together here. So I guess this is where we're going to end it for today. Thanks a lot for stopping by. If you got this far in the video, can you give me one of those sum up things? Give me a like. If you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you come back and watch some more videos, and we'll catch you guys in the next mess. Thanks for watching.